time to get cooking with What's Cooking Jay. Grab a spatula, get ready to sway. Come on and cook with Jay, yeah, cook with Jay.
Hi everyone, welcome back to What's Cooking Jay. I'm Jamie Biancullo, and it's been a while since I came on here to give you guys a recipe. And we're kicking off our new season of Keepin It Real, season 12. So I'm going to start back up on my cooking segments. So first up is our pizza we're going to do. And we came up with this, Danny and I came together on this recipe from a local restaurant that we like to frequent. And they have this on their menu sometimes, and then they took it off. So we started having this pizza and we loved it, and then they didn't have it anymore. So we're like, okay, we can make this at home. And it was actually so easy to do. It's something that we've done together, but Danny has taken over, but he doesn't want to be in this segment because he says it's all about me. It's my time to shine, and it's my cooking segment. So here we go. So you don't really need a lot of ingredients for this, which I love. This is something that you guys can make as a couple, single, pairs well with, well, actually, it's our famous line now, Lemon Drop Pizza Shop. So I'm really good at the lemon drops, and Danny's good at the pizza, and then we make it together, so that pairs really well. Or if you want wine, or you want it for the kids, whatever it is, it's a great recipe, very easy to do. So there's just a few ingredients. We really love this stone fire flatbread. There's many different flatbreads that you can use, or pizza crusts. You know, a lot of people maybe like you eat those or have made the English muffin little pizzas. So it's kind of like that, you know. So you got your stone fire flatbread pizza, and I'm just gonna open this up. Okay, there's 2 of these in the packs. They're like $5. I mean, it's basically gonna cost you what it is to order a pizza, but it's something fun that you can make and healthier to make it at home. So you're gonna need your stone fire flatbread. You're gonna need olive oil. You're gonna need crushed red pepper, garlic, salt, oregano, fresh basil, whatever brand your store has. Love the fresh basil. You're gonna need garlic. You're gonna need your Parm cheese, locatelli. This is the best one to have, locatelli. And you're gonna need your fresh mozzarella and your, I call them Roma tomatoes, but in the store they're called plum tomatoes. You can use any tomatoes that you want. I find that the plum tomatoes are less watery, so they're better to go on the pizza. So you just do, how many garlic cloves? Probably like the whole clove itself, right, Danny? You're gonna mix this up. You're gonna need a blender to put everything in. So you just take your, garlic out of the clove, cut them out of there. You're gonna put them into your little food processor, your little blender. You're gonna take your fresh basil. I always wash it off, rinse it off. Danny did this preparation for me, so hopefully he did do that. And he's like standing by watching that I make sure that I do everything. So we're
you forgot the cheese already, so I better watch.
What cheese?
The mozzarella cheese. You have to run out and get mozzarella cheese.
Well, that's neither here or there, but I did have to go because I did forget. But if women going through menopause, that middle-aged woman, we forget, and it's part of the symptoms that you get. And look it up; it's a true story.
Okay.
So, all right, so we put some basil in here, just like a pinch, okay? And then you're gonna add a little bit of olive oil we're gonna blend this first. Okay, this is why I said, because I originally did this and then he took over. There are recipes that like I come up with or I start doing it, and then he decides that he's gonna take it over, which is fine. He likes, it gives him something to do. And you're gonna just blend this up nice and fine in your blender, food processor, whatever you call it. Call it the thingy thing. That's what I call most things, thingy things. Okay, and then you're gonna have your separate bowl, okay? You're gonna scoop all that in here. It smells so good. I love fresh basil. It's like the best smell. It's an aphrodisiac. And people that cook with the fresh foods, they know, and the herbs. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so we're gonna put all that in there. Then we're gonna add the olive oil. Okay, so we're gonna mix a little olive oil, not too much, Danny told me, because then it gets we just want it to be moist. We don't want it to be slippery in this situation. We want it to be moist. So we're gonna mix it together. I feel like I need a little bit more than that. And just eyeball, I don't have the exact measurements. And if you find, you know, you find my other recipes, you can tell that, you know, I eyeball everything up. So I think this is well mixed together. And then Danny likes to add a little crushed red pepper. So we're gonna add a little bit of that in there, get a little flair, a little spice. Some garlic salt. Now see, I prefer garlic powder. Danny does garlic salt. And he has our son on the same page. Don't use that garlic powder. I hate that. It's like, okay, then cook for yourself. Okay, so a little oregano. So we'll pour the little oregano in here. And then I believe we do a little of the Locatelli Parm cheese. And we're gonna add that in there as well. And we're gonna mix that all together. Now, in the meantime, while you're prepping for this pizza, you're gonna put this in the oven at 450. And a little tip that 425. This is why he should have done it with me.
Well, it says right there in black and white.
Okay.
Look at the oven.
Okay, so 425, you're gonna put it on. And a great tip for this, because you don't wanna put this right on the rack because the oil is gonna seep through. So you take your pan and you put it into the oven, and so while it's preheating, it's heating up the pan. So then your pizza is gonna go onto that hot pan. So you're gonna put that on 425, you're gonna start prepping all your stuff, and so far we got our little mixture of our fresh basil, garlic, Parm cheese, oregano, garlic salt, and our crushed red pepper with a little olive oil. And I feel like I need a little bit more. Danny might critique me later on
good
on
to
it.
add if necessary.
Yeah,
Better
I feel like it's
start off slow.
he says moist. I don't know. I'm a dipper. Everything's over extra ketchup, extra sauces, extra. Danny rolls his eyes on me all the time. Extra. Everywhere we go, they know us, and extra, that's me. Okay.
I should have sold newspapers.
Extra, read all about it. Okay, so if you watch my other cooking segments, and one of my segments, I give you some great advice with the fresh mozzarella. You want to leave that out to get room temperature before you cut it and use it. It tastes so much better like that. So that's the same thing with this. Leave it out, put it out for a little bit and let it get room temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on the pizza. Now, these are pretty decent size. You know, two people can share it. But a lot of times what Danny does is he cuts them in half, and so he'll just make, especially if it's just work for one person, and then he'll save it for later. So you can do that. And so you just want to mix this all on here. Now this is a lot of garlic. You don't have to use as much if you don't. I would just say then use a little bit more olive oil to spread it all. But this looks great. Really liking how this looks and smells, Danny. This might not be great for the breath though after, because there's a lot of garlic. But garlic is so healthy for us, guys. I mean, honestly, you should really have garlic almost every day. It's so good for you. Very healthy. Lots of benefits. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I get all this on here.
You used it all, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Why, you don't use it all?
It's supposed to be for two of them, but go ahead.
Oh, is it? This looks good like
It's
this.
going to be extra bad breath
Ooh,
now.
oh, I love
Won't be
this.
kissing
Okay, so you don't have to
uniform, huh?
use this much.
If you like, you
See,
can.
now, this is why he should have done this segment with me instead of like being the back seat driver.
Spread it evenly.
So, you don't feel like I did it evenly?
You gotta spread it evenly.
All right, we're gonna get it all on here.
Corners, get the corners.
All right.
Don't make me get my apron on.
All right, well, I asked you to do this before, and you said you didn't want to.
I don't.
You said it was all about me. Well, it could be us together, Danny.
The kitchen's too tight.
Okay. I can make a comment about that, but I won't. All righty. Okay, I feel like this is good. Okay. That does look good. Okay, so I'm going to cut.
The tomatoes.
Okay. Now remember, you can use any tomatoes that you want, but I found that the Roma tomatoes are the best. Plum tomatoes, whatever you call them. So you're gonna slice them up, and you're probably gonna use 2 of them per flatbread. I've always talked about this in the past with my other segments. I like thin sliced everything. So my tomatoes, my mozzarella, I'm gonna slice it thin. Alrighty, get this all sliced up for you guys. And like I said, this is great for date night. I mean, this is, our kids love it. Danny goes around asking the kids, you want the pizza? He loves making it. So maybe your man will like making this for you. So this is good to watch my segments. All my cooking segments, I feel like, have done well. I've gotten all good comments on it. Everyone likes it. That's why I wanted to bring it back as well, because people were sending me messages. I need some new ideas, and I know it seems so silly and simple, but they're things that maybe somebody else isn't thinking of. So that's why I like putting content out there, so that other people can be like, oh, I didn't even think of that. I mean, there's so many things that I realize, like, that was so simple. Why did I never have thought of that? So here we are. Okay, Danny, is this, you feel like enough tomatoes?
You can put a few more if you want. If not, it depends on
how much
they like it or not.
Okay, so that just depends on how much tomatoes that you like or don't like. Okay. You can also use these, the flatbread, and make, like, you know, regular red sauce and stuff, and, you know, the shredded mozzarella that you get in the packages, you can use them that way too, but that's a whole different style of pizza. So I am going to thinly slice this mozzarella, and I can tell it's nice and tender, soft. Okay, we're gonna put, I know Danny always likes a lot of the cheese on here. So we're gonna put that all on. And you know, the way that you display food, and I think this is what Danny really likes doing it, because it becomes like a work of art, you know, and making it pretty. And so when you want to present it, especially if it's date night, you want it to look good. Danny's always, when he's making this pizza, he'll be like, oh, take a picture of it, take a picture. If you go through my social media, you'll see like 100 pictures of this pizza. So that's why I was like, well, when Cooking with Jay, What's Cooking Jay comes back, I am definitely gonna do this for my first recipe. Okay, let me get this going here. Alrighty, I feel like Danny, there's gonna be a lot more cheese than that on it. And I think he's critiquing me, like, I don't do it like that.
No, I don't.
I do it like this. Okay. I'm gonna spread this out. And, you know, obviously use as much cheese as you like. Danny does like a lot more cheese than I do. He's a cheesy guy. Not a cheese ball though, right?
Sleepy.
Yeah, Danny did, you know, you have created a work of art with these pizzas, I have to say. I know he likes. But we're not done yet. You think that's enough?
Yeah, you gotta put your oregano on there.
Yes, I know. Okay. Oh, you put the oregano on top of the...
I told you double.
Okay. Well, he's like, he didn't write this down, you know, and he should have been doing this with me. So we're going to put a little oregano back up on here. What else do you put on there? More garlic?
Garnish with basil.
Okay, so then you got your basil. So you can either... I know sometimes when I'm looking back at these pictures that he made me take, he'll chop them up sometimes and put little pieces, or you can put like the bigger pieces on there. So however you want to do it. If you want to be a little more creative, fancy, I'm just going to pick these apart here. Obviously, I'm not as good as Danny with this because I can feel him breathing down my neck about it. Yeah, well, I think they're going to get the point. And it would have came out better if Danny would have done the segment. I don't know how many times I have to say that. If he would just listen to me.
It's
the guys that don't listen to their wives.
It's What's Cooking Jay, not What's Cooking Dan.
Yeah, well, you have guest appearances, okay? People have guest appearances. But actually, I think this is turning out pretty good. What do you think, Danny?
I like it.
Yeah, that's good, right?
It'll be fine.
Do I have enough? I love basil. Oh, it smells so good. Do you feel like I have enough on there?
You can also add toppings if you like. Onions, peppers.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes, like, when he sautés his onions or peppers and he has extra,
He'll like put that on the top, and it's really good like that as well. We've definitely enjoyed it a few different ways, and you can be creative with it, but just giving you the idea of the flatbread pizzas, and add whatever toppings. Like I said, you can use the regular sauce with it. So this is the pizza prior to it going into the oven, and you're gonna put this on for how long, Danny?
About 15, 16 minutes.
15, 16 minutes in the oven at 425. And remember to put that bacon sheet in the oven prior to heating it up so that it's nice and hot when the flatbread goes on there. Okay, so. All right, we're gonna get this hot pan out. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah. That's gonna be delish. I know. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Well,
We'll check on it in about 15
we'll check on it in about 15 minutes, and we'll let you guys see how it comes out. But thanks for everyone that always gives me love and inspires me to keep doing these segments, because they need food ideas, because it's a lot of fun to do. And thanks to Mike for coming back to doing these segments for us. Yes, we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, let's check on the pizza. It's been in here for about 14, 15 minutes. So we're gonna check on it. Each oven varies, so obviously it could take a few more minutes. Each oven is different. I think I'm gonna give this another minute, so let's check back in another minute. It's looking really good, it's smelling really good. I know Mike is excited to taste this and all the garlic on there. And Danny keeps telling me, you put too much, it was for the two of them. So I don't know, to me, that's how much I would have put on there. But like I said, if you want less, then put less on there. So we're gonna check back in another minute. All right guys, this pizza should be done. Let's pull it out. Okay, it looks delicious. It smells great. Alrighty, and I would let this sit for a minute before you put it on your cutting board and cutting up the pizza with your pizza roller. I know Danny's always bitching about finding a good pizza roller, but I feel like we found this one at Walmart and it's doing pretty well. So we're gonna let this cool for a minute before we put it on the cutting board to cut it up and eat. And you want it to let it cool down. I personally like it when it's more cooled down. Danny likes everything super hot, so he'll eat it right from there. Okay, so after it cools down for about a minute, you want to position it onto your cutting board and prepare for the best pizza of your life. Okay, and however you want to cut it. I'll split it up here. Danny loves cutting it into little pieces. He does it so nice for me. And he's so proud. And I'm so happy for him when he is. He gets so excited about making me pizza. I love it. Okay, so you can cut it up however you want. I like that size. Danny will do a little bit smaller pieces. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching my segment. I hope you guys enjoy it. And remember to look out for a lemon drop pizza shop in the future. Have a great day.